Which family team will outcook the competition? Time to find out in round 2 of Clover's Little Big Cook-Off. Hello and welcome to Clover's Little Big Cook-Off. We started with 12 family teams of big cooks and little cooks. 8 booked their places in the second round straight away, and then in a special wildcard episode last week, the bottom 4 cooked off, and Colourful Tangy Twist became the 9th and the final team to get a place in the next round. This is where the competition becomes more serious. No more wild card, no more second chances, and no more room for error. Let's bring out our 3 competing teams today. First up, Magic Mix, Lisa and Elise.
Ek is so bly om weer hier terug te wees hierso, want dit was my so mooi die eerste keer en ek kan nie wag om te sien wat hulle vir ons gaan gee om te maak.
Next, we welcome Team Shakers and Bakers, Rekka and Kiara.
I'm feeling really excited because it was so exciting to be here the last time. And I'm just really surprised and I don't know what's going to happen, so I'm a bit nervous.
And then last but not least, Colourful Tangy Twist, Brenda and Eleanor, welcome.
In the second round now, Colourful Tangy Twist. Always try and bring a twist to everything. Colourfulness and most of all, having fun.
Teams, this time it's going to be twice as hard, twice as competitive, and I gather twice as hard to judge. So to help me on that score, I'm going to be calling our mentors and chefs, Coco and Martin.
Welcome teams, so nice to see you.
Congratulations on making it to round 2, one step closer to the tree.
Let's quickly take you through how the competition will work from here through to the final. The 9 teams left in the competition were randomly divided into 3 groups of 3. Teams will compete against each other in these 3 groups.
2 teams will go to the next round and 1 team will be eliminated.
In round 3, the 6 remaining teams will face off 1 and 1. The 3 teams advance to the semi-finals, 3 teams will be sent home.
In the semi-final, the top 3 big cook and little cook pairs will cook off to decide which 2 will make it to the very final round. In the end, only 1 team can win Clover's Little Big Cook-Off. And let's remind you what you are playing for. This year's winners of Clover's Little Big Cook-Off will get a beautiful kitchen makeover, compliments of Clover and Cordev Kitchens, made in Germany with appliances sponsored by Bosch, all to the value of 300,000 Rand. On top of that, the team will also win a week-long fantasy holiday to Disney World in Orlando, Florida, courtesy of Clover. You at home stand a chance to win as well. Simply buy any 2 Clover Dairy promotional products, follow the instructions on the pack, and you could win 1,000 Rand daily.
Okay teams, now this is where things get a little more difficult and serious.
We have told you before that teamwork and creativity are of utmost importance to scoring well. Now you can add technique as well. Every team is going to have to show some real skills in the kitchen if they plan on moving forward.
We've called the second round the Italian extravaganza.
My mom loves eating Italian food, but we never make it at home.
You will face 2 culinary challenges today, each scored at 150. The teams with the 2 highest combined scores will move on to round 3, and the lowest scoring team will watch the next round from the comfort of their couch back at home.
So your first challenge today is to make for us beautiful, tasty, and very Italian pasta and sauce.
Please don't let us make it from scratch.
There's perhaps nothing more central to Italian cuisine than pasta.
So as you know, pasta come in long shape, short shape, in tubes, it can be flat as well. Okay, so you can either fill it with something and can be eaten hot or cold.
And sauces too. The ratio of the sauce varies on your creation. The more sauce you put, the less you will taste of the pasta.
It's got to be a good mixture of it all. Okay, so guys, for your first challenge, the pasta and the sauce challenge, you will be making your own pasta from scratch.
We do eat quite a bit of pasta, but we don't make it from scratch.
My heart drops a little bit because I've never ever made pasta from scratch except for once. I was just playing around.
You will also make a sauce to accompany the pasta. Which pasta, which sauce, the spoons will decide. Each one of us is holding a spoon behind our back with the name of a pasta dish on it. From youngest to oldest little cook, you will each choose a judge, and we will then reveal your pasta. Who's the youngest? Is it Eleanor?
I'm 12.
12 and Eleanor?
13.
Okay, Lisa, who do you choose?
I'm Chef Coco.
So you have the farfalle, which means your dish will be the creamy mushroom and ham farfalle pasta. And if you don't like ham, you can always do a vegetarian version of it.
Toe Chef Coco gesê het dat ons moet farfalle maak, het ek glad nie geweet wat dit is nie.
Ja nee, vir my was dit ook 'n woord wat ek glad nie geweet het nie. So ek het gedink, o jette, wat is die?
Colorful, tangy twist. Eleanor, you get to choose next.
Zareda.
Okay. Fettuccine. Fettuccine bolognese. You like bolognese?
Yes.
Great. So you happy? Good.
That one I know.
And since I'm the only one left, you have chosen the ravioli spoon. You will be cooking the roasted butternut ravioli with the brown butter and sage sauce.
Okay, teams, you have your recipes and your ingredients, and you have these two expert chefs that are going to be guiding you today. You will also have 90 minutes to complete this challenge. Off to your stations.
Oh, we're back in the kitchen. We're having a second go at this. The strategy is, first of all, to have fun. But secondly, put our best foot forward and show them what we're made of.
Okay, teams, one very important thing, you must go straight to your dough, okay, because it really needs to rest at least 30 minutes in the fridge.
Your 90 minutes start now.
Put this thing on. Well, I set my timer for the full hour, and in that time, we hope to achieve to have all the mise en place done, and in the last half an hour to do the cooking and the plating, so to give us a comfortable amount of time.
Okay. Remember, we can't read too long.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just
Okay.
get the ingredients.
O jette, it's way too much now.
It's fine,
It's
just...
because you've pressed on it. It's incorrect now. Just give us another container.
I'll go get...
Just get one. Let's just weigh this again.
Let's say you crack the eggs into the center, using a force, whisk the eggs in there.
Okay.
And slowly starting, no, whisk the eggs in there, Mom,
Okay.
before you incorporate it.
Cool.
There's the fettuccine. So you need to make sure that your pasta is rolled nice and thin, okay? You cut it plus minus about 1 centimeter. Don't go too far, otherwise it's going to be a different pasta. We want to see fettuccine. And then, of course, you're making the bolognese sauce. It's a traditionally very slow-cooked sauce. So time, again, is of essence. So you need to start as quick as possible. And one more thing, you know, obviously a lot of families using normal spaghetti, you know, spaghetti, the thin, long spaghettis or whatever, with the bolognese sauce. You're going to do is fettuccine. So be careful of how much sauce you add, because your surface of your pasta, of course, is much more. So it can hold more sauce. So you don't need that much sauce. Just a little tip.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
All right.
you.
But good luck, guys. Come, let's go.
Thanks.
Perfect. Okay.
Move, Mom.
Sorry.
It's okay.
And then once your hands is clean, you set that clock for 10 minutes, because this we need to do for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Hello, Kiara.
Hello.
Rebecca, how are you doing?
Fine, and you, Martin?
Let me show you what you're actually going to be doing, what the final product should look like. Okay. Raviolis.
Lovely.
Okay.
Okay.
This is what the ravioli should look like. You know.
Okay.
You see. They're double-sided, of course. So you know, in other words, don't have to sheet on the bottom, and you put your filling inside. You put another sheet on there. You tap it down quite nicely, and you fill it around. Okay. So in order for it to stick nicely around there, you've got to do some egg wash. Don't do round ones or moon-shaped ones or whatever, because they call them differently. You're looking for a ravioli. This is ravioli, which is square, okay? Because if you would make like a half moon-shaped one, they're called annulini, you see? And we're not looking for annulini, we're looking for a ravioli. All right. So also make sure you got enough filling inside there. The filling is important because for me, when I want to taste it, I want to actually not only taste the pasta, which is of course important, but I also want to taste the inside, the filling. So make sure your butternut is in the oven. Is it in the oven already?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. You spice it nicely?
Yes.
Yes.
How did you spice it?
It says just with salt.
Just with salt?
Yeah.
Well, you can add a little bit of creativity from your side, I'm
okay,
sure.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure. Just make sure your dough gets the rest.
Yes.
That's important, specifically with the ravioli. Okay, otherwise it's going to be very chewy.
When the dough is ready, must we put it all in one bowl?
If you break it up in two different bowls or whatever, obviously it will cool quicker,
Yeah.
and it will give the resting time a little bit more chance. Because basically what you do, you see your mum, she's like really working it hard.
Yeah.
So what happens that the dough is very tense now, and the resting time basically just releases that tension in the dough.
Okay.
So when you roll it out, then in your pasta machine, it doesn't pull back. You know, like an elastic. You want to be able to work with it nicely. That's the reason why you need to rest it properly. All right.
I'm going to let you knee now.
I don't want to.
You sure? I'm trying and I'm not putting in too much muscle because I'm not too sure. But as I'm kneeing and putting in more muscle power, it's starting to get together. Eleanor, this is hard work, my darling.
The farfalle. Okay?
It's pretty.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yes.
They look like small little bow ties. Okay, that's why it's usually called bow tie pasta. But actually, farfalle in Italian means butterfly. Can also looks like a very nice butterfly. So this is the type of pasta that go very well with the cream rich sauce, okay? But nonetheless, you can also do it even with in a salad. That will go also very well, okay? But to go with your dish today, I think it will be very nice, a warm dish, and it will go very well with the creamy mushroom and leek sauce.
Yeah, so we're starting to think about our whether we should have a side dish or alternatively just how we're going to serve the dish.
I think the dish is complete as it is, okay? Rather think of how you're going to plate it,
Yes.
rather than do you need a salad, do you don't need a
I was
salad.
also having
If
that
you have
feeling.
time, let's say half an hour before you finish, then you can start thinking something different, okay? But think...
For now, just focus on the dish.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
Okay, I'll take it and I'll put it in the fridge.
This doesn't look right yet. It's very tight, eh?
Must I take over
It's
there?
okay.
I asked my mother if I can help her knead the dough, but she was like in the zone and she was just pushing the dough, and she said it's fine, she'll be all right. So I started chopping what I like to do.
How's the dough?
I think it's coming out nicely.
Teams, you have used 30 minutes.
Much?
You have only 60 minutes left. So by now, your dough should be in the fridge, and you should have started your sauce as well.
Lise, dit laat my terugdink aan ouma Maggie as sy brood gebak het op die plaas, dan sê ook altyd die deeg so geknie, maar ek onthou haar deeg was baie sagter, so ons kinders kon ook help. Hierdie is baie beslis 'n harder deeg.
The pasta dough is done. It's resting in the fridge. Kiara was getting the ravioli ingredients for the ravioli. We've done that. Now we're going on to the brown butter sauce.
I'll take it, it's fine. I'm done.
And so am I.
Okay.
Put it in the fridge.
Okay, in this one.
Toe die deeg reg is en is in die yskas, het ek eintlik 'n sig van verligting geslaak, want toe weet ons nou dis 30 minute wat ons kan begin werk aan die sous.
I see that the shakers and bakers are grinding some nuts. I don't know if I've tasted nuts in pasta before.
They might just use it for the filling inside with the butternut.
That's right, that's right.
So yeah, let's see if they roast the nuts, if it goes with them. I can imagine it could be quite a nice flavour and great texture, of course.
Okay, that's everything for our sauce. Butter, hazelnuts, 8 sage leaves, and salt and fresh pepper.
When I make a bolognese, I cut everything into tiny little pieces. So I noticed with Colourful Tangy Twist, they've taken their vegetables and chopped them quite roughly as opposed to finely. Do you think that's going to change the taste and texture too much?
Traditionally, what they do when they do the mincing of the meat, whatever it is, being the beef, the lamb, the chicken, or whatever, they mince the carrots and the celeries with the mince together already, so it's the same sort of size.
So this could give it a nice crunchier taste.
It's not wrong what they're doing, although in the recipe it says finely chopped, so they cut it faster, but it's not going to make a big difference.
Okay.
I'm not too worried that the judges might find it off tradition, because at the end of the day, we need to make the dish our own. So we love the chunky bits.
Me and my mom decided to put a Parmesan disc on top of the ravioli. I've never made this before, so I just started experimenting with some wax paper, cutting into a circle, and then putting Parmesan on top. I hope it comes out okay.
We need to put in the sour cream, 1 container and 1 container of the other cream. Quite a creamy dish.
Okay, you get the 8 sage leaves.
I've got that.
Okay, can you help me out?
Right now, I am flattening my pasta for my fettuccine.
Rolling the pasta dough, it takes 9 processes to roll it, to get it at the thinness that you need. At the moment, it's on the thicker setting, and then you roll it. You go down from 1 to 9 until you get it to the thinness that you want it.
Okay, let me catch it. Right?
Wait, I must just go smoothly. Be careful, you're in my way. Catch it.
Okay.
Okay, you got it?
Yes, I think we must swap sides.
All right.
It's a bit uncomfortable.
Okay, just turn that knob again.
Now it's on fire.
I can't believe it's so long, but we made it so small.
Yeah, just more, one more. Okay.
Okay, think, Mommy.
The 9th one, we have to do the 9th one.
Teams, you got 30 minutes left. Make sure you got that pot on your stove with boiling water. You're gonna need it.
Teaspoonful, portioned 4 centimeters apart.
Okay.
I know what this is.
I spoiled it.
We'll leave it and carry on with the next one. Okay.
I'll cut the other ones in 5.
Let's just wait for this to be a bit colder, and then we must taste that one. Do like that. Yes, that's right.
Come, Ellie Billy, we are very much behind. Our pasta's not even in the pot yet.
Put it here.
Just make sure the water's boiling.
It is.
And can you
I'll put it
chop the chives for the garnish?
Sure.
I'm a little bit nervous. I've just added my pasta to my pot. Doesn't look like my time is going to be a little bit very tight, very, very tight. And it seems like my sauce is just cooking slightly too fast. So I need to just down my heat a bit. But yeah. Okay.
It looks so white, Lisa. We need something to garnish it with.
As ek
Los daai, wat maak jy met dit?
clean.
Kry vir ons 'n bietjie blaartjies, sny af met 'n skertjie. Vat 'n skertjie saam.
It's fine.
Toe die sous so wit is, ons moet iets doen om kleur by te sit.
Dit is toe dat ek hardloop om goeders van die spens af te kry en ek het dit toe net fyn gesny vir so 'n bietjie kleur op die bord en ek het ook besluit om bietjie soos chips bo-op te maak met bietjie kaas op van die eiervrug vir bietjie crunch.
When I pull the Parmesan disc out of the oven, it's looking crispy and light, and it just came together so nicely that I'm thinking it's just perfect.
Teams, you have less than 5 minutes remaining.
So klein bietjie olyfolie miskien nie opgooi, nie so vas sit aan mekaar nie. Maar baie min.
You should be plating around now.
Eleanor, this is so thick, my baby.
Not the butter. Right.
Oh, and the other one also.
We have time, Mom.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop cooking.
Well done.
Nice, guys. Short.
Colourful, tangy twists. Tell me about your pasta.
We made for you fettuccine bolognese. First time making pasta from scratch. Yes.
What was it like?
Exciting, but very tense at the end.
So I noticed you went with your veggies chunky as opposed to cutting them up into small pieces, which traditionally is how a bolognese is done. What made you decide to go that route?
The reason why we went a little bit chunky is because we want you to actually have the taste of the veggies as well.
There's a nice strong tomato flavour there, which I like. So well done. As far as your veggies are concerned, I'm not too sure about what the chefs are going to think, because they may be a little traditional when it comes to bolognese. I like the chunky bits of veggies. That's nice.
I don't mind the chunky vegetables, I must be honest. The pasta, it's perfect.
Thank you.
The tomato, it's quite heavy. It comes through. And what I can taste is a tomato paste. A bolognese is a slow cooked sauce. It cooks for a long time. So because it hasn't cooked long enough, you can still taste quite potently the tomato paste you used. Okay. Going back to the presentation, I think it's quite a modern presentation here of Tanya, but certainly this doesn't go. Straightforward rule, don't put anything on the plate which you can't eat. Okay.
On the presentation side, I will have looked for a type of presentation which will give the pasta some place to shine. Here, I still have to look for it, you know? Well, maybe you decided that the sauce was your hero, because it's great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, judges, let's score. Well done. Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Looking at the plate, I'm thinking to myself, wow, I actually created that. Couldn't believe it, but we pulled it off.
Shakers and bakers.
Yes.
What did you shake up?
We made ravioli with a Parmesan crisp.
And that was your idea, right?
Yes.
Why?
To add a little bit of a crispy element to the dish.
I love any form of crispy cheese. So Coco, you're going to go first, but please leave me a piece, okay?
I will. I don't know how you could have presented better. It's one of the best ravioli dish I've ever seen in a while. There's really a very good combination of flavor that come out. I feel some orange,
Yes.
okay? But I think it's overpowering a little bit the sage, which
Okay.
I actually don't see or taste. But other than that, the pasta is cooked nicely. That butter have that beautiful nutty taste that we are all looking for. Okay?
So do you have sage in here?
Yes.
Okay. I can taste the orange in there. I don't taste too much of the sage, but I'm expecting to taste the sage. So the orange is a lovely surprise, and I'm getting that bite of the cayenne pepper. It's perfect. Really nice. Thank you.
I see on the rim of your plate here, let me just show you here, that thing here.
I sprinkled some cinnamon.
Is it cinnamon?
Just...
I was hoping it's not nutmeg.
No, it's not.
I can't fault it.
Thank
Sorry.
you.
Wonderful.
Making pasta from scratch and getting no negative comments, we've definitely got a chance to win this.
Team Magic Mix, you made the farfella.
Yes.
What did you think when you heard that name?
I didn't know what it is, but when Chef Coco said it looks like a bow tie, then I was very familiar with that stuff.
And I see you have some brinjal chips on you as well.
Yes.
Is that your idea or is that
Yes,
in the
that was-
recipe?
that was our own idea.
Your pasta's great. What are the vegetables you have in here? I can't see them, but I can taste them.
That is mushrooms, and there's some leek in there as well.
Oh, the leek, okay.
Yes, and on top we have some peppers, just for a bit of color.
Very nice. And you have some nuts here, pistachio nuts?
Oh yes, we toasted them like you said last time.
Good job, you listened. Well done. Thank you, that's lovely.
Your plating, it's really a home meal plating. And I like the fact that you went a bit creative and add some pistachio nuts and some brinjal chips, okay? It's great.
Thank you.
I'm more like concerned about that you're covering all your beautiful work, your hard work you put in, making all those little bow ties. You covered it up and I can't see it. It could be any type of pasta underneath here now. I would certainly suggest that you use a different type of plate, just display your art. You see, let me try to find a piece of your art. You can't really get it. You see, I really would like to show everybody a bow tie. It is nice, covered art. It's beautiful. Thank you.
Hulle het daarom nie vir ons te erg gekritiseer nie en dit wat hulle gesê het is definitief iets om aan te dink vir 'n volgende keer.
Thank you, Magic Mix. Judges and I are going to deliberate and we will be back with your scores.
Ja, en ek dink ons gaan nooit weer in die winkel pasta koop nie.
Time to reveal your scores. Martin.
Magic Mix, Lisa and Elise. You of course done the bow tie pasta with your creamy leek mushroom sauce. I really liked leek. Leek is one of my favorite vegetables inside there and it came out very nicely. For your 150 available points, I'll give you 113 points. So well done to you guys.
Okay, colourful tangy twist. You picked the fettuccine spoon. Your dish was a little clinical. I know that you were pressed for time and had you probably had an extra 10 minutes, I know that you would probably have put in more onto it. The taste, however, it was delicious. I particularly loved your crunchy veggies in there, the big discs of carrots. And that gives you a total of 115 out of 150.
Shakers and bakers, you picked the ravioli spoon. Your dish was really, really fantastic. Very close to perfection. So we gave you an incredible 135 out of 150.
Okay, so at the end of this first challenge, Shakers and Bakers lead with 135 points. In second position, we have Colourful Tangy Twist at 115, and not too far behind with 113 points, Magic Mix.
Hearing that the Shakers and Bakers did so well, I felt a bit worried, but I knew two teams can go to the final, but the others also did very well.
Okay, teams, one hurdle down, one to go. Remember, the next challenge counts for half of your total score, so no matter where you are on the scoreboard right now, it is not over.
When you think Italian, you automatically think of the two P's. Pasta and
Pizza.
pizza, of course.
For your next challenge, you'll be making pizza.
My heart actually sank because my pizza dough never comes out right.
But not the traditional one. We will ask you to make a dessert pizza.
Oh, wow. So sweet pizza, that's totally different. I think I can do that.
Ons het half en half verwag het gaan miskien iets soet wees wat ons gaan moet maak, maar ek moet sê ek het glad nie verwag om die pizza-rige pudding tipe iets te maak nie.
These are called treatses. They are pizzas that are served as dessert. So instead of your tomato sauce and your cheese topping on the pizza, it's smothered in syrup and chocolate and caramel, sprinkled with cookie crumbs, marshmallows, or berries. The choice is yours, as long as it's delicious.
I've never had a dessert pizza before. It's just not my forte, it's more for the kids.
So although the dish is supposed to be fun, which it is, I can see judging by little cooks' faces, you also need to stay focused, because you only have 45 minutes. Because it has to rest overnight, we have given you the dough.
So here you are free to use your imagination and creativity.
You ready? Off to your stations. You have 45 minutes for your treat this, and your time starts now.
We got the dough because we only had 45 minutes, so we wanted to start rolling them and placing them into the oven. I think we're going to start talking about the filling now.
Now let's just get that in the oven. You can start thinking, it's okay. But priority is to get it in the oven.
Okay.
I was thinking as well, because they loved our condensed milk mixture so well. I was thinking, let's go
Not
again.
make the same thing.
Not make the same, but have the same basis. With condensed milk this time, cream, lemon juice, and again the grenadella, because the grenadella just brought it so nicely together. Then we put that as the basis, and then the rest will end up.
The
The
base.
base. So I think that, okay?
And then you know where you take white chocolate and you pour it into that ice water and it makes like noodles?
Yeah.
You know how they have like watercress on that pizza? We'll put like noodles, white chocolate noodles on top. So our idea for the pizza is to get the base in the oven as soon as possible and get it crispy, because we want to do a cold pizza. So we want to put a chocolate ganache as a sauce on the top. We want to slice some strawberries and put some sugar over them and place them on so it'll look like the pepperoni of a pizza, and put some white chocolate noodles on top to be like cheese on a pizza.
Are you coming right there? You can start twirling it if you want to, but make it a little bit thinner as well.
Whilst I was rolling, I got to think about how I really want to make my thing look and like the designs and everything.
We're going to make quite small pizzas. We're going to layer them, and then we're going to add. I'm making now a gooseberry sauce for one of the layers. I'm not quite sure yet.
So you're going to make small pizza and layer them like a cake.
Yeah.
Lise, ek weet nie of ons hulle moet leier nie. Is dit eintlik nie meer 'n pizza?
Maar ons moet net die deeg gebruik as.
Dus jy maar net drietjies maak.
Maar dit gaan nie reg gepleit wees nie. Ek dink ons moet dit layer.
You can pull it back. There we go. Okay.
So it's a pizza, condensed milk. I see some granadilla here.
Yes, we like the flavor, the combination, but this...
Nice tip of taking out seeds.
Yes.
Where did you get that from?
Oh, somebody told me that if I want to have it, so... Yes, we only want the pulp. We don't want the pip. Exactly. So yes, so that's what
the
we want.
flavor you're looking for.
The flavor
So
we're looking
condensed
for.
milk.
We're going to have
Grenadilla.
Condensed milk, grenadilla, some lime, some lemon juice, squeezed lemon juice, some fresh cream, long life fresh cream, and some custard.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Teams, 15 minutes is up. You have half an hour left.
Looking in the oven, I just saw 3 little, almost like buns, where this is supposed to be flat. So I quickly realized there was something in the recipe that said I had to pierce it with a fork, and I quickly did that.
Do you want it more crispy, see here?
Yeah, did you poke it nice?
Yeah.
Mama, we must do this.
Okay, now go on, do it.
We didn't know that we had to poke holes into our base before we put it into the oven.
You must roll out quickly because you need to do 2 now, eh?
Okay.
How's it going for you?
It's okay so far. Kiara is trying to do chocolate noodles.
Oh, wow.
It's
Where
just
did
chocolate.
you learn to do that?
TV.
Wow, that's incredible.
Thank you.
So is that going to be part of your dressing?
Yeah, it's going to be on top of the pizza. Like for savory pizzas, you put like watercress or lettuce on top. So this is our savory pizza watercress.
What's the name of your restaurant?
No,
I'm looking forward to this, guys.
thank you.
Cooks, you have 20 minutes remaining.
So, ons het weet ons het 20 minute oor en ons is eintlik nog nie presies seker wat ons gaan doen nie. Soos wat ons gaan dink ons eintlik maar en sien wat werk. So op die stadium is ek besig om sjokolade hier te smelt wat ek nou net in spanning voorwag want ek sien dit vat 'n rukkie om te gebeur. Maar ons is vol vertroue dat dit sal gebeur.
Ons gaan 'n vrugte pizza maak. Die idee vir die kiwi en die aardbeie is omdat dit baie kleur het. Ek hou daar ook daarvan as my kos kleurvol is, want dit moet mos mooi lyk op jou bord.
I'm putting on my base, my
Yeah.
sweet base, for my scrumptious,
Yeah.
delicious, creamy
Yeah?
pizza.
Okay, so you got some dried fruits there, you got
Yes.
some biscuits. And what did you make? A
biscuits.
beautiful marshmallow mix.
And marshmallow and fudge sauce.
So why did you decide to make your pizza base thicker, as one would have expected?
Actually, it was unfortunately, we didn't put the holes nicely into the pizza bases, and
Yeah.
so it bubbled up. So,
Okay.
yes, yes. So that's why it didn't come in as thin as we wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Lyk nou nie presies dieselfde.
magic mix.
Yes.
Your station looks a little bit chaotic today. Is that how you feel?
Yes.
Yes. Why? What's wrong?
It's just that we're doing something we've never done before and we kind of
Yeah.
doing it on the run and improvising while we're going.
Okay.
But using good products and hoping that in the end everything will still taste and goes nicely together.
Just keep calm. Is that
That is some
gooseberries?
gooseberries
Ah,
with
fantastic.
sugar. That
And
we
sugar?
Yes.
Did you make it yourself, of course? You mixed it
Yes.
nicely? Did you cook it before?
I cooked it, but then I just blended it, so it's like a puree almost.
Yeah? Fantastic.
Sit
Have
bietjie
you-
mooi pikantjies op.
That
hulle,
looks
dit is
very, very
lekker.
good. Yum, yum, yum. We can't wait to taste it. Keep on going,
Thank
guys.
you.
You have to hurry up a little bit, baby.
Yeah, I'm putting it.
She's not so happy with me wanting the fruit lollies.
Hey, mommy did things it doesn't look nice. I'm telling you, did fruit lollies.
But I'm thinking the fruit lollies has that soft but yet crunch. And the pizza's feel is soft and crunch. So I stick to it.
Wait. Mamma, moet ek hier room opsit? Op daai nou.
Dink jy sit maar nog so 'n bietjie op.
Teams, we have 30 seconds remaining.
Ons nog kan vir. Mamma. Wat het jy nou gedoen?
Kan nog 'n bietjie opsit?
Ag nee man.
No, that is a little.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop baking.
Lisa and Elise, tell me about your treatza.
On the bottom there, the yellow, that is some gooseberries with a bit of sugar that we just pureed. And then there's some strawberries and kiwis. And there's a chocolate, I don't know.
Yeah, chocolate melted in the middle with a bit of nuts.
And coconut toasted.
Was that an easy process to make?
No, not really, because we wanted to make another layer, but I think we didn't put it in the oven on high enough, so it didn't cook.
Didn't cook in time.
No.
Yeah, so we worked with what we have at that time, but we were actually planning to do a bit more than that.
Okay,
That's
well,
what we had time for.
It looks very pretty.
Thank you.
I must say the gooseberry really surprised me, but the taste of gooseberry itself is not that acidic. So I don't know what you cut the extra acidity, but
There were a bit of vanilla
Bit
essence.
of, oh yeah, we put some caramel essence and a bit of water as well.
okay, that's very nice taste and fresh.
At first, I thought he didn't like it, but then I realized he said, "What did you do? It is very nice." So I was very relieved.
It's really nice. I was expecting it to be crispy, like for the whole base to be crispy, but the edges are crispy. And as you bite into the center, that's quite moist, which is nice. So it's not like you're having the fruit on a hard cracker. Delicious, well done.
Now tell me a little bit more about your chocolate in the middle there, because it's quite nice and crunchy.
Yes, I made use of crunchies and
Okay.
also white chocolate and melted the two together. And within that, we put a little bit of nuts that was,
Salted nuts and coconut.
yeah, so that whole mixture we used for the center topping.
Talk
Very
about
nice.
a treat. Very nice. Thank you, Magic Mix.
Thank
Let's
you.
go.
Rika, Kiara,
Yes.
tell us about your pizza.
We wanted to make a sweet pizza that looks like a savory pizza. So the strawberries are supposed to be like pepperoni and the white chocolate's like cheese on the top. But in terms of sweet, we wanted to be like strawberries and chocolate.
Well, I think from the presentation point of view, I think it's certainly a very good effort.
Do you have condensed milk in you as well?
No, it's a ganache,
Oh.
a white chocolate ganache.
As you know, I'm very sweet. Okay, so this for me, it's really a treat. You must be careful of the amount of Nutella you put. It's certainly on the higher note.
Okay.
Okay?
When Coco mentions that we put a little bit too much Nutella, I thought maybe I really did put too much, but then on my toast I really like a lot of it on.
But
I would really like the pizza base thinner and a little bit crispy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a little crisp on the outside, so from the texture point of view, that's what I'm missing.
tell me that chocolate noodle. We could see the technique that you had. Okay, it was really impressive.
We never tried that at all.
Yeah, never.
We've been talking about it and it's been swirling in our head, but we never tried that. Today was the first day that we tried it.
Certainly did a good job.
Thank you.
Well done.
Martin's comment on the pizza base being a bit soggy with the hazelnut spread on top, it seems like it will lower our score a little bit, but not too much because Coco said that it was also very tasty.
So Eleanor and Brenda, please tell me a little bit more about your treatza.
First of all, we decided to call it a rocky safari with a goopy lake in the middle. And the goo in the middle is made from fudge and marshmallows.
Wow.
And it's supposed to be crunchy.
Well, if that's what you wanted, it's 10 out of 10.
Yeah, no, totally.
Wait, let me just give you a bit of a hand here.
Gooey mix.
Very sticky.
I love the custard. I think that had you put some fresh fruit on top there instead of dried fruit, it would have evened out that taste and texture just a little bit more and not have made it as sweet as what it is right now. But those ginger biscuits as well gives it a different note, which I like.
And that marshmallow in the middle, it looks definitely sticky and very chewy, but when it's in your mouth, it's a bit light, like a marshmallow, but a melted marshmallow, you can put it like that. It's kind of on the higher sweet.
I'm a firm believer, specifically in pizza, less is more. I believe you just put far too much stuff on top of the pizza. So it's just overcrowded. It's just, there's too many flavors clashing against each other, and it just makes it more and more sweet. And like Sarada said, if you would have added a couple of individual slices of some form of fruit, you know,
Which
it would
Eleanor
have,
wanted, yes.
it would have, it's too late now,
Yeah.
but it would have made a big difference.
Let's go.
At the time when she suggested it, we've already put the lollies on there. Maybe if we'd made the change, it would have made a difference. But yeah, we've done it and it was dusted, yes.
Teams, you are the first 3 teams to brave the second round of Clover's Little Big Cook-Off. You can only be extremely proud of yourselves. You all performed like champions today, but now it's the moment of truth. Time to reveal your scores for the Dessert Pizza Challenge and then your total scores for the round. At the end of the first round, we had a clear leading team and very few points between the second team and the third team place. At the end of the Dessert Pizza round, the winners from the first round are still clearly in the lead right now. Shakers and Bakers, you received 127 out of 150 for your pizzas, giving you a grand total of 262 out of 300.
Colorful, tangy twist. At the first challenge, you were just few points ahead of Magic Mix. For your Rocky Safari pizza, you score 109 out of 150. Is that going to be enough to get you through?
Magic Mix. Your pasta score was 113 out of 150, which means you would need 112 for your pizza in order to go through to the next round. Congratulations, you got 119 out of 150, putting you 8 points ahead of Colourful Tangy Twist.
Toe chef Martin sê Magic Mix gaan deur na die volgende ronde toe. Kon jy my omslaan met 'n veer?
Big Cook, you look a little surprised. You look like you confused there.
This is unexpected. I didn't think we would do that.
Well, congratulations. So that means Shakers and Bakers and Magic Mix, you go through to the next round. Colourful Tangy Twist, we're very sorry to see you leave. You both demonstrated such passion and commitment in your cooking right here in this kitchen, and you can be certain that your friends and family are going to be very, very proud of you. Well done.
It was really a pleasure working with you last week. I really loved your passion and all the enthusiasm. So please keep it up. High five.
Yes.
It was a great honor for me to lose by 1 point against you in the Wild Card Challenge last week. Honestly, it was. It was such great fun with you guys. So we're going to miss you.
And you're not going to go home empty-handed. We've got some awesome prizes for you, compliments of Clover. You've got a lovely Bosch mixer and some great Clover goodies to take home. And finally, of course, let's not forget my Clover cheese slice cheese joke of the week. My question today is, what do you call a fake noodle? An impasta. Join us again next week on Clover's Little Big Cook-Off. Goodbye.
This was an amazing journey for us. I didn't expect us to be where we're at today because we just took a chance. We took a wild chance, wanting to have some fun, and we had more than fun.
So we made it to the next round, and that means we're just one step closer to the trip to Disneyland and the
My kitchen makeover.